Cthulhu dashes in. This outwash is very weak. We're going to get some basics onto the Cthulhu. Chiron uses his ultimate. We're going to come in, activate our 1, get damage onto 2, use our 2, get the pick onto Chiron. Now we're going to get some basics onto this Cthulhu. That's his dash. We're going to dash up ourselves, knock him back towards our teammates, land some basics. We are very weak, but we're able to get the pick onto the Cthulhu and secure ourselves a double kill. What do, Skibbity Boo? It's your boy Shauna B Gaming, and today we're going to be doing a skin showcase for the Headless Horror Chiron and Carry. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intentions of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. As always, the full build is in the description down below. If you are a returning viewer, I feel like Chiron is actually surprisingly good. I used to think he was a trash hunter, but now I think he's kind of above average. This build that we're playing this game relies on heavy early pressure and isn't as strong as some builds in the late game, but we want to use it to get a lead and then kind of end the game before the enemy team can get to the late game. And by no means is this a bad build in the late game, it's just not crit. So let's go ahead and just jump right into Chiron's kit. Chiron's 1, training exercise. Chiron warns his teammates to evade the area, granting them 0.3 seconds of crowd control immunities so they can escape before it explodes and does damage to all enemies in the area. This is going to apply target mark. Chiron's 2, masterful shot. Chiron passively marks his enemies as targets when he damages them with basic attacks, training exercise, or his ultimate, reducing their physical protections by 5%. He may activate this ability to fire seeking arrows at all marked targets within range, damaging and slowing them. The mark duration is 3.5 seconds, the slow is 20% at level 1, 35% at level 5, and the slow duration is 2 seconds. Chiron's 3, giddy up. Chiron's going to gallop forward, damaging enemies, knocking up minions, and knocking enemy gods behind him. Chiron may fire basic attacks while charging. He's going to gain bonus power while charging for his basic attacks. It's going to be 10 bonus power at level 1, 50 bonus power at level 5. Chiron's ultimate, Centaurus. Chiron transforms into a constellation and he can fire 3 long distance shots even through walls. If Chiron would be killed during this ability, he does not die until he runs out of time or shots. Killing an enemy with this ability when Chiron would have died returns him to life with health equal to the damage dealt instead. This is going to apply target mark. And finally, Chiron's passive, Herbal Medicine. Every 12 seconds, Chiron collects herbs. Each time he uses an ability, an herb is going to be consumed to heal himself or an ally within 30 units, based on whoever has the lowest health. Healed allies also gain physical and magical power. The physical power is going to be 5 plus 1 per level. The magical power is going to be 10 plus 2 per level, and this can stack 3 times. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point into R1, level 2, put a point into R3, level 3, put a point into R2, level 4, put another point into R1. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out R1, max out R2, max out R3. We are getting ganked by Gilgamesh right here. We're going to dash through him. That's going to knock him away from us. Throw out R1. We're still level 2, so we don't have R2 quite yet. We just got it. We're getting greedy. We got the pick onto the Cthulhu, but Gilgamesh is able to get the pick onto us. I don't know. We just traded out. Probably should have played that a little bit safer. However, trading it out is not the worst thing in the world. In terms of the start, we started with Bluestone Pendant in Tier 1 of Transcendence. Bluestone Pendants can provide us 15 physical power, 20 HP 5, and 10 MP 5. It has a passive that enemies hit by your damaging abilities take an additional 25 damage over 2 seconds. This can stack 2 times. We also only bought 2 health potions between Bluestone's MP5 and then Tier 1 of Transcendence. We'll have enough MP5 where we don't really need any mana potions. Unfortunately, this is a matchup. I hate matchups. But we're going to go ahead and make our way to our purple buff. The purple buff is going to provide us with 10% increased attack speed. So if we're fighting the enemy carry, we have purple and they don't have purple, we're going to have an advantage. For our relic, we went with Aegis because we're going against a Chiron. We're kind of afraid of his ultimate, so that's why we're going into Aegis. We tag the whole minion wave. We're going to fire a 2. We're going to dash up. Unfortunately, we get knocked back by Cthulhu. We're going to try to catch up to this fight. It's an ult from Gilgamesh. We're going to use our 1 onto the Cthulhu. We're able to get the pick onto Cthulhu. We do have our ultimate. We're going to go ahead and fire it at this Chiron. We land all 3 shots, land a basic attack, and we're able to get the pick onto the Chiron. Get ourselves a nice little double kill to start off this game. So now we're going to work on just stripping away some of this XP. I like to save my 2 for clearing camps or dealing damage to enemy gods. If the enemy gods are here, I usually just want to launch my 1 at the minion wave and then land basic attacks. The 2 has a longer cooldown than the 1. We need about another 20 gold and we'll be able to get the tier 3 version of Transcendence. We don't want to back right away because we don't want to miss any gold or XP, so we're going to stick around for one more wave. We get a basic on him. We go ahead, activate our 1. Fire our 2. I don't think we got any damage onto that Chiron right there. But we cleared the wave, so we're going to go ahead back and pick up Transcendence. Nope, he's not going to let us back. Looks like we're sticking around for one more wave. If we can't back right away, we are going to be missing some golden XP from the minion wave.
Be right back. They shall elude me.
They took the laser bait.
Right here, we're being kind of greedy. We are not dashing all the way to our tower because we want to dash from Fountain. This man will not let us back. We're going to go ahead and hit our purple buff while we wait for this minion wave. We do have our ultimate again. So the way Chiron's ult works is you get to fire 3 shots. If you were to have died and you manage to get the pick onto somebody, you're going to be revived. I've had this work perfectly, and I've also had this not work. I think the way it does work, or the reason it didn't work for me, is because I dealt damage, got the pick onto somebody, and I'm going to be healed for the amount of damage that I did. However, if people are still attacking me after I've hit that death threshold, I kill somebody, it's going to restore X amount of health and mana to me, but if they're attacking me and do that much damage while I'm still in my ult, I don't think I get revived. That's the only way I can explain me not getting revived in some of the games that I played. But we went ahead and picked up Transcendence. Transcendence is going to provide us 35 physical power, 300 mana, and 10 MP5. It has a passive that you permanently gain 15 mana per stack and receive 5 stacks for a god kill and 1 stack for a minion kill. It can stack up to 50 times. 3% of your mana is going to be converted to physical power. At 50 stacks, this item evolves, granting you 10% cooldown reduction. We did manage to get a pick right there. The enemy Gilgamesh goes down. The reason we're going into Bluestone Pendant is Chiron has 4 damaging abilities, so he's great at applying Bluestone. It's also going to help us out with our Transcendence build by providing us with some MP5 and some HP5. We miss our dash. We get some good damage onto this Outwash. All of our abilities on cooldown. Cthulhu's now here, so we're actually just going to back it up. We use our Aegis to avoid the Outwash explosion. We're going to dash away. They might be able to take our purple. Looks like he's backing it up, so we should be able to secure it. We do. We're still maintaining this level lead on the enemy Chiron. He's going to be able to clear that wave a lot faster than us, so we're just going to let him and then clear it once it starts pushing our tower line. We got the greatest, or the lesser scorpion as well. He's kind of winning this trade, so we're going to dash. Red Attackers here. We're going to go cast our 1, and we're able to get the pick onto the Chiron. Off to a fast start over here in dual lane. 5-1 and 1.
Your middle tower has been destroyed. Be careful, right. Enemy missing middle. An enemy has been
So I do not like pushing towers. Just kind of as a general philosophy. We could either push tower or we could go and hit golden XP. I think hitting golden XP, any kind of camp, is going to be more valuable than pushing a tower early on. Whenever you do destroy a tower, the minions can then walk up to the next tower. So right now my minion wave is being destroyed at the tier 1 tower. If that tier 1 tower was not there, they'd walk up to the tier 2 tower and fight an enemy minion wave, which means I would then have to push up really far in my lane in order to get the XP and gold from the enemy minion wave, instead of the enemy minion wave kind of fighting at the tower line of the tier 1 and then pushing to mid. I'd much rather just have to walk here than all the way to the tier 2.
Your friends are falling like flies.
Enemy missing right. Ultimate is down.
If we take a look above our health bar, it's going to show how much time we have left on our buff. Whenever that is approaching 0, that means that we can rotate over and then try to secure it. We went into the attack speed boots like you did with most hunters. This Chiron has pressure, so we're just going to step back. We tag him with the 1, we're going to fire the 2. We're going to get some damage on him, just eat the minion damage, we're going to chase him up. We do have our ultimate, we're going to go ahead and cast it. Hit him with 1, hit him with 2, and we're able to get the pick. We did miss a minion or 2 right there, however we got the pick on the enemy, so that is definitely worth it.
They took the laser bait.
Enemies behind us.
We're going to go ahead and hit the greatest scorpion. These are so easy to solo now. The greatest scorpion is going to enhance our red buff and our purple buff. The red buff is going to gain some magical and physical lifesteal. The purple buff is going to gain an additional 15% attack speed, so it's going to go from 10% to 25%.
An enemy has been slain.
Cthulhu goes down. That's a free out Bosch ultimate. Not going to complain about that.
Gank.
They took the laser bait.
On my way.
Just farming up. We're saving up for Aussie.
Not even my froglings could save them. Oh.
Not sure where the enemy Chiron is right now. He might be hitting his purple. That's exactly what he was doing. We're going to let the minions kind of push him. Ooh, we're going to be aggressive, get a little bit of a chase going. Right there, I should have been using basic attacks to try to get some damage as I was pursuing. Get some more damage on him. We're going to go ahead and start peeling back. Now would actually be a really good time to rotate mid. Outwash and Cthulhu are really far pushed up. Ganesh just joined in mid lane.
Attack middle lane. On my way.
So if we take a look at the mini map, that's where the minions are fighting, right in front of the tier 2. So I definitely think we want to try to keep the enemy tier 1 alive as long as possible.
An enemy has been slain.
We missed the Cthulhu with our 1, but now that we've landed a basic attack on him, he has 5% less physical protections. We're going to go ahead and dash up. Hercules is here, we're going to get some ult shots off. Gilgamesh is able to clean up Herc, get himself a double kill. Since they got our tier 1 tower in mid, we're going to go ahead and start working on their tier 1 tower. There is definitely a window right there for us to get Gold Fury, which is something we should have tried to get our team to do.
Ultimate is ready. Attack the Gold Fury. Attack the Gold Fury. Group up.
We're going to go ahead and get it started. We are able to secure the Gold Fury. We also have a very fat penny in the pocket. We have enough money for Aussie plus probably a tier 2 item. Cthulhu dashes in. This outwash is very weak. We're going to get some basics onto the Cthulhu. Chiron uses his ultimate. We're going to come in, activate our 1, get damage onto 2, use our 2, get the pick onto Chiron. Now we're going to need some basics onto this Cthulhu. That's his dash. We're going to dash up ourselves, knock him back towards our teammates, land some basics. We are very weak, but we're able to get the pick onto the Cthulhu and secure ourselves a double kill. We're going to go ahead and pick up Aussie. Aussie is going to provide us 15% physical lifesteal, 25% attack speed, and 10 flat physical penetration. It has a passive that if you drop below 35% health, you're going to gain an additional 25% lifesteal for 5 seconds. This can only occur once every 15 seconds. Then we're going to pick up the tier 2 of Oboe.
Enemy missing right.
At this point in the build, I think there's a couple of options. I think Transcendence and Aussie, they go hand in hand, unless you're picking up a leather cow. But after going into Aussie, we could go into the Executioner, or we could go into Oboe. This game we chose Oboe, but I think Executioner works just as well. We are using that early game pressure to get us a lead, and now we're kind of dominating the mid game. We have enough money for the tier 3 of Oboe. Bit of a team fight going on in mid, we're rotating there.
Are you kidding me?
Retreat.
Looks like our team's kind of scattered. We don't want to pick a fight that we can't win or escape.
Your friends are falling like flies.
Outwash goes down. Let me just focus on this Chiron. Should I focus on the squishy characters? Ooh, that chain lightning. I think we missed all of our ult shots on that Chiron, which is unfortunate. If we landed all 3, we probably would have had a pick right there. Our dash is down, so we gotta be careful on this Hercules engagement.
Be right back. Be careful, middle.
We hit both gods with our 1, so we're going to fire our 2. Rat's in a little bit of trouble. We're going to try to keep landing basic attacks. We're in a bad spot now, so we're going to fall back.
Not even my froglings could save
We
them.
really should back and buy right here. We get 2 people with our 1. We're going to fire our 2. Almost got the pick onto that Gilgamesh. I think we've overstayed. I think we should rotate out and back. Reinforcements for the enemy team are probably on the way. We're gonna go use our ultimate. We probably did that a little bit early. And we go down. Yeah, I had a feeling that it wasn't gonna work out. We were just staying in mid too long, that somebody was gonna show up and get the pick onto us. We're going to go ahead and pick up Odysseus Bow, or Oboe. Oboe is going to provide us 40% attack speed. It has a passive that every 4th basic attack triggers a chain lightning, damaging up to 4 enemies for 15 plus 60% of your basic attack power. Transcendence is really enhancing our basic attack power, because it's providing us a decent amount of power.
Tactical fury. Ultimate is ready.
Coming! Here on my way!
We're going to go ahead and start working on the tier 2 of Qins.
Enemy ultimate down. Take left lane.
We're still not level 20. I think if we were farming, instead of doing that nonsense in mid, we would have been 20 by 20. Level 20 by 20 minutes. But since we stayed there, we were splitting a bunch of XP, and we ended up going down because of it. Looks like the whole enemy team is over here.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm going to go ahead, get a little bit of damage off. Chain lightning's helping me get some damage off, even though I'm missing a basic attack or 2 here and there. We're saving our dash. We're going to dash through. We're able to get the pick onto the Gilgamesh. This is doing a lot of damage.
Hitting me.
We are able to survive the Outwash 3.
Unfortunate.
We get our 1 off. We're going to go use our ultimate, try to tag people so we can fire our 2. Oh no. We're going to dash away. And Outwash killed me with that. That was like 400 health I just lost. We did have our Aegis up. Super unfortunate that we did not pop it. That was a pretty preventable death.
Be careful.
We also really didn't need to go back in there and engage. Our solo laner was providing peel. There was no reason for us to
Fury.
make his peel sacrifice not worth it.
In the darkest of nights, the elixir shall deliver us.
We're going to maintain that 2 to 3 health potions and 2 wards. Looks like the enemy team is on the Oni Fury. They are able to secure it, which is unfortunate. That's going to spawn an enhanced minion wave in each lane.
They took the laser bait.
Hunt rides.
Wow, zapped those 2 right out of existence. Have they no sympathy? Me neither.
Oh, we actually got the Oni minion wave? I didn't see the notification under the scoreboard for it. So I assume the enemy team got it, but it looks like we got it. Our team's going to make a play for the fire giant. We are able to secure the fire giant. That's going to give everyone on our team some MP5 and HP5 gain, as well as allow us to deal more damage to structures. This Herc dashes down. We get our 1 off. We're going to fire 2. We're able to secure the tier 2 tower. We're going to dash through all this nonsense. That's a fat note from us. Looks like we are focused on towers, not phoenixes. We do have enough money for a Qins size. Qins size is going to provide us 40 physical power and 20% attack speed. It has a passive that on basic attacks, we're going to deal damage equal to 3% of the target's maximum health. If the target had over 2,000 health, this effect is going to scale up, capping out at 5% max health whenever the enemy has 2,750 health or more. Now we're going to be able to deal some great damage to their tanks. That's a lot of damage from the enemy team. They all kind of disappeared out of nowhere.
They took the laser bait. An enemy has
We're going to go ahead and lifesteal off these harpies. Looks like our team won that team fight. We took a majority of the damage and everyone else was able to clean it up. We dashed through and get the pick onto Cthulhu. Now it's just us Hercules left. Our job is to focus the tower.
Destroyed a middle enemy tower.
Our job here is to focus the Phoenix. Herc's making a play straight for us. We get pulled. Luckily we don't get pushed. And we are able to secure the Phoenix. We're going to go ahead and make a play for the right Phoenix. They only have 2 people up. We definitely have the momentum right here. Good ult from Gilgamesh. That's going to zone the enemies. I think I said Gilgamesh, but I meant Ganesh.
took the laser bait.
And it looks like we're going to go for the end. This game does have a very odd ending in the sense that the game crashes. Well, that's going to be the end of this one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. These stats will not be posted because the game crashed. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.